Good morning friends. Today video is OCTFC OCTCO DG Shipping Exit Exam Question and Answer Part 11. Question number 201. In the displacement method of purging and inerting the inert gas, option A, enter from top of the tank. Option B, enter from the bottom of the tank. Option C, mixes with the original tank atmosphere. Option D, could enter from the bottom or the top of the tank. The correct answer is, for displacement method, the inert gas will be supplied through a pipeline from the bottom of the tank, and the tank atmosphere has been ventilated from top. This process is called displacement method. In this, the quantity of inert gas supplied to the tank is 2 to 3 times greater than the volume of the tank in order to achieve the proper inerting process. So for question number 201, option B, enter from the bottom of the tank, is the correct answer. Question number 202, your vessel is taking on fuel. When a small leak develops in the hose, you order the pumping stopped. Before you resume pumping, you should. That means when you are taking cargo operation, you found that there is a leak. Maybe a cargo operation, there is a bunker operation because the same fuel. You find a leak, so you stop the bunkering operation immediately. And before start the process, what action you have to do? Option A, notify the terminal superintendent. Option B, place a large drip pan under the leak and plug the scuppers. Option C, repair the hose with a patch. Option D, replace the hose. The correct answer is option D, replace the hose. If you find the hose is leaking, that means the hose is damaged. So you have to replace the hose. The same hose, you cannot use it. Question number 23. A submersible pump found in chemical tankers are normally made up of option A, aluminum alloy, option B, fiber, option C, stainless steel, option D, nickel alloy. As we know that the chemical tanks are made up of stainless steel coating, or it is made of stainless steel. It is mainly because of chemical reaction, highly dangerous of corrosion. In order to prevent this and increase the durability of the ship and the tank, we use stainless steel. Same principle we use it for a pump, submersible pump, which is used to transfer the cargo from the tank to the shore. So option C, stainless steel, is the correct answer for question number 203. Question number 204. An inert gas generator burns what oil to generate inert gas? Option A, crude oil. Option B, gas oil. Option C, heavy oil. Option D, diesel oil. The correct answer is option B, gas oil. What is gas oil? A hydrocarbon oil used as a fuel oil. That is, hydrocarbon oil used as a fuel oil, especially petroleum distillate intermediate in boiling range and viscosity between kerosene and lubricating oil. From the kerosene to lubricating oil, whichever the hydrocarbon oils are called as gas oil. So diesel oil, heavy oil, all comes under gas oil. So for question number 204, the correct answer is option B, gas oil. Question number 205. Cargo should not be loaded into a tank. That is not specially for the duty if it exceeds normal atmospheric pressure at option A, 60 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Option B, 15.6 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Option C, 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Option D, 37.8 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The correct answer for question number 205 is option D, 37.8 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It is easy to remember, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So for question number 205, D is the correct answer. Question number 206. What is the safety margin of tank volume when calculating filling ratio of the cargo which needs heating during its carriage? Option A, 5% of the tank capacity. Option B, 10% of the cargo capacity. Option C, 2% of the tank capacity. Option D, 1% of the tank capacity. The correct answer is option C, 2% of the tank capacity. If you see, the maximum allowable amount for taking a cargo is 98% of tank. Always we take 98% of cargo. So after when it reaches to 95%, we go to the top. We will not fill up the tank in full rate capacity. We go with the topping up rate up to 98%. 98% will stop the cargo operation for particular tank. So the correct answer is option C, 2% of the tank capacity. It is mainly because of the heating arrangement and also to prevent any overflow of oil with change of temperature, that is by heating arrangement or by the external atmosphere, cold climate to hot climate to cold climate, and also some rolling pitching effects. So these are the conditions should not lead to cause pollution to the environment. So 2% allowance we keep. So question number 206, option C is correct answer. Question number 207. The ring main pipeline system is extensively used on option A, VLCC, option B, crude oil tanker, option C, medium range tankers, option D, product tanker. What is ring main pipeline system? It is also called circular system. This type of piping system provides for the handling of several different types of oil. That is, if we can carry one tank petrol, another tank diesel oil, another tank palm oil or high speed diesel, different cargo you can carry, and the effect of intermixing of the cargo is not so high. So palm oil we cannot carry in this, so we can carry high speed diesel, petroleum, and normal general petroleum compound, unlead compound, like that we can carry. So particular tank can be pumped out either by direct suction line or through another line by using crossover. When you are using crossover, there is a small minute amount of intermixing of cargo can happen, but that will not cause any issue commercially or the safety aspect. That then the system is called as ring main system. It is mainly applicable for product tankers. So question number 207, the correct answer is option D. Question number 208. Which of the following statement is not true with regard to chemical tanker pump room? Option A, pump discharge pressures can be read from outside the pump room. Option B, pump room bilge system can be operated from outside the pump room. Option C, the ladders for normal access should not be vertical, it should have platform. Option D, rescue equipment for hoisting injured person should be available at the tech store. I hope I already explained about the rescue equipment. It should be readily available inside the pump room. This is SOLAS requirement. So for question number 208, the correct answer is option D. Rescue equipment for hoisting injured person should be available at the tech store is not a true aspect with respect to chemical tanker pump room. Question number 209. You are operating a non-ocean going vessel. How much of accumulated oily waste must you be able to retain on board? Option A, 25%, option B, 15%, option C, 75%, option D, 100%. This is a non-ocean going vessel. That means the ship will be operating in territorial water. We cannot discharge any OWS, oily water separator, inside the territorial water. It should be away from territorial water, and there is a MARPOL Annex 1 is applicable, and ship should be en route. When en route means it is the ship is in RFA, not in maneuvering state. This is not achieved for non-oceanic ship. So in that case, we cannot discharge or burn your sludge inside the ship. So you should have 100% accumulations oily waste tank should be available for the ship of non-ocean going vessel. So for question number 209, option D, 100% is correct answer. Question number 210. A small fuel oil spillage has occurred during helicopter refueling. After the leak has been stopped and fire control personnel have been notified and are standby, next step is to dash. Option A, proceed with fueling operation. Option B, have helicopter move to a safer location. Option C, wash spilled fuel away with a flood of water. Option D, clean spilled fuel with rags. The correct answer is option C, wash spilled fuel away with a flood of water, because a proper operation can lead to produce a static electricity. This static electricity is more than enough to cause a fire hazard. So we have to remove the source of fuel from the fire triangle in order to prevent fire. So option C is correct answer for question number 210. Question number 211. A gas venting system of a tanker that has gas lines in each tank connected to a common gas main running the full length of the ship is called option A, gas main system, option B, a common main system, option C, a vent main system, option D, an independent system. The correct answer is option B, a common main system. For question number 211. Question number 212. Category Z, noxious liquid substance from tank cleaning are deemed to be present a hazard. Find the correct statement. Option A, justify the prohibition of discharge into the marine environment. Option B, justify a limitation on the quantity of the discharge into the marine environment. Option C, justify less stringent restrictions of discharge into the marine environment. For question number 212, option C, justify less stringent restriction of discharge into the marine environment is correct answer. Category Z, noxious liquid substance, comes under MARPOL Annex 2. In order to make sure this component is whatever the cleaning from the category Z have less stringent restriction, that means have less effect to the environment, you have to prove it. Then only it comes under category Z. Then only you can discharge into the marine environment. For question number 212, option C is the correct answer. Question number 213. Acidic solution are formed in cargo tanks of tankers. Option A, when sulfur compounds in oil cargoes react with water. Option B, when sulfur compound in oil cargoes react with oxygen. Option C, when sulfur compound in oil cargoes react with hydrocarbon gas. Option D, when sulfur compounds in oil cargo react with chemicals. For acid formation H2SO4, a sulfur compound. Option B, when sulfur compounds in oil cargo react with oxygen, because there is no chances of water in the cargo tanks, cargo operation. So presence of moisture, oxygen content in the sulfur can form SOx formation. SOx formation with the content of moisture, there is a chances of cold corrosion. So option B is correct answer for question number 213. Question number 214. Which hand gloves are best suited for handling solvents, petrols, oils and many chemicals? Option A, PVC gloves. Option B, rubber gloves. Option C, neoprene or nitrile rubber gloves. The correct answer is option C, neoprene or nitrile rubber gloves to be used on chemicals and petroleum compounds. So correct answer is option C for question number 214. Question number 215. What are all the three basic stages which lead to potential static hazard and necessary for an electrostatic ignition? Option A, viscosity, charge separation and temperature. Option B, charge accumulation, velocity and density. Option C, charge separation, charge accumulation and electrostatic discharge. Option D, flammable gas, air and heat source. The correct answer for question number 215 is option C, charge separation, charge accumulation, electrostatic discharge is the thing will lead to form a static electricity. This is a hazard. So question number 215, option C is the correct answer. Question number 216. During gas dispersion, if a chemical reaction between gas and liquid phase is needed, then the preferred choice is option A, agitated vessel, option B, sparked vessel, option C, tray towers, option D, wetted wall columns. The correct answer is agitated vessel. Agitation refers to the induced motion of material in a circulatory pattern inside a conductor. That is induced. It is not happening natural. You are inducing, you are making to happen in order to mix the gas and liquid phase by external force in order to properly mix together. This process is called agitation. The agitated vessel is the correct answer for question number 216. Question number 217. The static suction head of a pump is being option A, distance. The suction liquid level is below the center line of the pump, that is below the center of the volute casing. Option B, amount in inches of mercury. The total section head is below atmospheric pressure. Option C, force necessary to overcome frictional losses in the pump and piping. Option D, distance of the suction liquid level above the center line of the pump. The correct answer is option A. The distance the suction liquid level is below the center line of the pump. For question number 217, option A is correct answer. Question number 218. A cargo tank which has been gas freed can be inerted by introducing the inert gas through a process known as option A, evaporation, option B, dilution, option C, displacement, option D, precipitation. The correct answer is displacement. I already said in the early videos in what is meant by displacement. I already explained in it, so you can refer to that. So for question number 218, option C is correct answer. Question number 219. An inert gas system should be used to option A, prevent fire in pump room, option B, to keep the tank free space inerted, option C, to blow through the cargo lines, option D, to keep the cargo area inerted. The correct answer is option B, to keep the tank free space inerted. When there is a cargo carried on the tank, there will be release of carbon vapor. It is considered H2S, and hydrocarbon is flammable in nature. If you are mixed with the air, it can lead to cause fire hazard. So we have to introduce the inert gas to the tank. The tanks are filled up maximum 98%, which I already explained in the previous video. You will be understood. So that space has to be inerted in order to prevent fire. So option B is correct answer for question number 219. Question number 220. What should cargo sample lockers be constructed of? Option A, stainless steel. Option B, fully resistant material. Option C, wood. Option D, neoprene. The correct answer for question number 220 is fully resistant material. When you are carrying a cargo, the cargo samples will be taken at the manifold. It has to be retained on board the ship for a period of 12 months or till the cargo has been discharged. Whichever the period is higher, that has to be followed. So cargo samples we cannot keep in the accommodation or paint locker anywhere. It has to be kept in a place that it has to be full resistance, that will not cause any effect to day-to-day life, or it will not cause fire hazard, toxic hazard, nothing. That's fully. And also, if you are going to keep in a location, that location has to have the sprinkler system as per the SOLAS requirement and OCTFC ISGOTT requirement. This is also required. So for question number 220, option B is correct answer. It can keep in the paint locker, but there should be a sprinkler system and MS should be present, and proper ventilation has to be carried out before the person has to be entered, and also that area has to be checked before entry with a gas meter. These are the requirements. So question number 220, option B is correct answer. Okay friends, if you like my video, please like. If you want to see more questions related to the exit exam, please subscribe my channel, and for more update about my videos related to the safety circulars and related to the marine field, it will be updated in my channel. Please subscribe my channel. If you have any doubt, any clarification, you can always welcome in comment box. If you want to correct me if I am wrong anywhere, any suggestions, always welcome in comment box. Thank you.